Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of the T-Rex training program. Today we're going to discuss another safety topic, and we're also going to discuss the last competitive stroke in swimming, and that is the butterfly, okay, one of my personal favorites. Alright, so the safety topic for today is reach or throw, don't go. Okay, reach or throw, don't go. If somebody is in the water and you notice that they are distressed, right, they're having trouble swimming or they're having trouble staying afloat, don't put yourself in a position where you are going to be harmed as well. Okay, you want to make sure first and foremost that you are staying safe, and then concern about the person that is in need of some help. Okay, so reach or throw, don't go. So something that you can do is you could reach out to somebody and grab them if you notice that they are having a hard time swimming. You could reach for a stick. Notice that there's a long stick somewhere. Go out, have that person reach for that stick, and then you can pull them back in. Another thing that you can use is this, just a life-preserving tube. All right, so it's a ring buoy. Okay, so it has a rope on it. You can hold onto the rope, throw the buoy. You want to throw the buoy past the person so that when you're reeling in the buoy, that the person is then able to grab it. Okay, so this is something, you typically see this around a lot of pools, especially when they don't have lifeguard supervision. Usually something like this is around in the event where a swimmer becomes distressed. So yeah, so reach or throw, don't go. Make sure that you are remaining safe, and then at the same time trying to help that person that is in need of assistance. Okay? All right, so now today we have the butterfly. All right, so I'm going to talk about the different elements of that stroke. A lot like breaststroke, it is a rhythmic stroke. Okay, so there's a lot of rhythm to it, a lot of just fluid motion, or motion that kind of happens at the same time as other things. That makes the stroke really efficient and actually really fun to do. Once you learn that rhythm and you feel that rhythm in the water, you're going to feel fast, you're going to swim and just have a really fun time doing it, because it takes less energy for you to do it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the arms first, then we're going to talk about the legs, then we're going to piece it all together. All right, so the arms, you are pulling water underneath. So I think of it as like freestyle, but you're doing both arms simultaneously or at the same time. So you're forward, so let's pretend like we push off in a streamline. We're about to pull. You're going to pull with both arms. Notice how I'm putting myself in position to push that water with my hand and my forearm. So you're pushing that water back to your feet, so that's under the water, and then you're going to recover over the water. So pulling that water underneath the water, and then you're recovering your arms or bringing them back forward outside of the water. So you'll have resistance pushing that water back, but you'll have no water resistance as you bring your arms forward. Okay? So those are your arms. So pull, and you want to pull all the way back as far as you can. Okay? You might want to brush your thumb against your thigh. That's one good way to know that you're getting that full pull. Okay? And then recovering straight arms up and over the top. You want straight arms so that when your arms are ready to go back into the water, you're nice and straight and you're ready to take that full pull. Okay, so get those arms nice and straight so that you're getting as much with every stroke as you can. The kick, it's a lot like a flutter kick, except for both legs are doing the same thing at the same time. So you are gluing your legs together. That's always what I say. So pretend your legs are glued, or pretend like you got rubber bands on your legs that are keeping your legs together. And then you're swimming like a mermaid or like a merwoman, okay? So, a mermaid or merman, funny. So, legs are glued. You are then doing a kick that begins at your chest. So what you're going to do is you're going to push your chest down, and then you're going to do a dolphin motion. So it's like doing the worm. If you've ever seen somebody doing the worm dance, it's a lot like that. So you're pushing your chest down, and that pushes your hips out. And then to finish that kick, you're going to drive your hips forward. And then to finish that kick again, you're going to drive your chest. So it's a constant motion between your chest and your hips, and that motion will then bring your legs into the equation, and that's where you're getting all of your momentum in that kick. So here, dolphin, back, dolphin, back. All right, and then your legs are just going to be going behind you. All right, you want to make sure that you're pointing your toes, okay? So we don't want to flex them like this. We want to point them like this so that we're continuing to push that water behind us so that we can move forward, okay? How they all come together, okay? So like I said, this is more of a rhythm. It's a very rhythmic stroke. So pretend we're pushing off in a streamline. All right? Then you start your pull. So you start your pull, so you're separating your arms, and that's where one of your kicks come in. So you separate your arms and you do a kick. So now we're about halfway through that pull. Then you're going to finish that pull and do another kick. Okay? So it's always 2 dolphin kicks for every 1 stroke that you do. So it's 1, 2, and that second kick has to be snappy enough or create enough power to where you can point your head to breathe if you need to, but then especially to get your arms all the way up and around into that ready position to start your next pull. So you're here. That first kick comes when you first separate those hands. That second kick comes in as you are finishing that stroke. Okay? I briefly mentioned before, but we gotta breathe, right? When we're swimming, we're not aquatic creatures. I wish we could be, but we're not. Okay, so when do we breathe? How do we breathe? That breath comes in right as you're finishing that second kick and when you're finishing that pull, okay? Because you need momentum to lift your chin out of the water to breathe and then put it right back down. So I'm gonna try to bend over for this one to show you what it looks like as if I was in the water doing it for real. So push off in a streamline. That first kick comes in when I separate my hands. That second kick comes in. Boom, I'm pointing my chin to breathe. And then as I'm recovering my arms, my head is going to go back down into that ready position for the next stroke, okay? Butterfly, you do not have to breathe every stroke. Breaststroke, you do. Every stroke you take in breaststroke, you have to come up and take a breath, okay? So, but butterfly, we do not have to do that, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more time. So here, push off in a streamline, kick the first time, kick the second time, optional, pointing your chin to breathe, and then as you recover, you're putting that head back down, okay? All right, so that's day 4, all right? We got 1 day left in the week, all right? So next time, day 5, we're gonna talk about another safety topic, And then we're also going to talk about the side stroke, okay? So there are 2 strokes that we learn that aren't competitive strokes. So it's the side stroke and the elementary backstroke. So tomorrow, or day 5, we will talk about the side stroke. Okay, what are the elements of that side stroke, and what are some things that you can do at home to practice? Okay. Same with practicing today. So try those dolphin things on your own. All right. You could lay down and practice that dolphin kick. Okay, of just lifting those legs up and down all together. Okay, so that's something that you can practice. It takes a lot of core strength, but then also you can practice your arms, pulling that water back and going back around, and then doing what I did when I was standing up here, right? So kick, kick. So just kind of getting that rhythm of 2 kicks for every 1 stroke, okay? And feel free to stop this video. I know I talked really, really fast today. Stop the video, rewind, watch it as many times as you need. Okay, that's the fun part of videos. You can always stop and rewind to go back to something that you may have missed. Okay, so make sure you take advantage of that. All right, so until next time, bye.